Hello, it's Coy, and welcome to the Eclectic Cottage. We're doing a little something different here today, and as usual, I have already started this project before I thought about turning the camera on. So give me just a minute here, and I will tell you what we're doing. We are giving a little go at using the Gelli Plate. I haven't taken my Gelli Plate out in a long time, and today I want to just give it a little try. And it's not necessarily Mexican or anything, or Latin at this point. This is actually a script stamp that I just used, and I'm going to pull the Gelli Plate back over here in a second. But I don't want to put this away too dirty. I'll clean it better. I'll clean it better afterwards. Okay, so with Gelli printing, there's a lot of dry time in between. So this was using that stamp. This is what I have, and I didn't necessarily want it to come out perfect. I didn't necessarily want to be able to read everything, but I did want to have, I did want to start with a ghost print. I wanted to start with something, and this stencil just happened to be close at hand. So right now we're waiting for this to dry, and I'll tell you how this has come about. As you know, I was going to that little junk journal class that they were having at the gallery next town over in DeRitter. And we went. My daughter Angie came with me. We had a really lovely day. The class was fun. The people were fun. And somehow or other, I left there. We left that class agreeing, you know, agreed to be teaching the next class next month on Gelli plating because I had a Gelli Plate. So I figured I better break my plate out and give her a little go over the next couple weeks. And today I just wanted to bring you all along with me. I don't know that it's something we have to spend a lot of time doing together. But I am going to be, you know, practicing a little bit, putting together something that, you know, I can present in front of a room full of people. I'm not too happy with the way that I did these this morning. This one I like. You have to be careful, you know, with Gelli printing, and I think I'm going to probably focus my, you know, my thoughts right now. I mean, 2 days later. My thoughts right now are I might try to focus my little class on the color wheel and Gelli printing. Because if you don't, you know, I watch so many people, even, you know, people with big YouTube channels, break out their Gelli Plate and make such awful mistakes because they're not using color theory at all as they're mixing, and they're ending up with mud. So I think maybe, you know, and let me know what you think about this. Color theory, as you know, you have your warm colors, you have your cool colors. And when you're using the Gelli Plate, it's important to know that, you know, as you're mixing colors, if you're doing like half of the plate, 1 cup, my plate is 8 by 10. I'm letting that dry, by the way. So 8 by 10. So sometimes you'll do half the plate one color, half the plate another color, and kind of in between you're kind of mixing them like a gradient. And if you mix the wrong colors, you're not going to be happy with your results. Okay? So when you're mixing like that, like right on the canvas, right on the plate, you know, you're going to use your either your cools or your warm colors, okay? And when you're looking for contrasting colors, you have to let you layer it. You have to let the layer below completely dry before you put the new layer on. Then you're going to get, you know, full color, you know, in contrasting colors. So I think I'll just break out the color wheel, and maybe we'll even practice it, you know, here throughout. I didn't want to really take up too much of my July because, you know, Christmas in July. But now that we have the, where is she? Now that we have our cover on our journal, let's take a quick look at this. I don't want to get paint on her. Let's do it while that's over there drying. We do have, well, here, how's that? We do have her, you know, the signature's bound. Let's do a quick flip while we're waiting for that to dry over there. I have Alexa with a timer on for 10 minutes. I like it to dry at least 10 minutes. So we have this lovely tag in here. And this is our Christmas in July. I'm going to, I did put a little tag in here, and everything's really glittered. I put a little tag in here, and I want to do some journaling on my experience with Christmas in July, and, you know, where it's led with my new YouTube channel, and, you know, my new friends at Casa Azul and such. New friends that we're getting on the Eclectic Cottage. And this one's cute. This is just a little tag. It can be used as a pocket still. It's not, you know, or I can back it and use it as a journaling card. Journaling space. I thought this was adorable. I don't know if I've shown everything once it was glittered, but it's coming out pretty cute. The little pockets are still places to fill. This pocket has nothing in it yet. Nothing in that one. There's still a lot of places to go in December when we actually start journaling. I'm going to actually do December Daily in December. And there's still a lot of room left to grow this journal. Okay, I've got some tags in here. This big tag just came out so cute. Isn't it cute? I'm not 100% on the, you know, on the glitter. It is what it is. I did it, and it's in this journal, and it's part of this journal's history, part of its life. I don't know that I'll be doing it in another journal. It probably depends. I'll probably know more by the time I finish in December on how I feel about the glitter. But I hope not to have to take the glitter out again anytime soon. Oh, my fingernails have blue paint under the... you guys excuse me. I've been working hard today. Sylvia, I just love Sylvia's embroidery pages. Isn't she adorable? All right, so I'm pretty pleased with the way that this is going. And now that we have this pretty much under control and bound, I'm not that worried about, you know, being able to finish up by the end of July. Because I really, 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 at the end of July, I want to put Christmas away and not look at it until late fall. Alexa, turn that off. Okay, so we've been 10 minutes here. Let's just finish our flip through real quick. There's the rooster or the hen. This one's real cute. I did some hand stitching on that one. This thistle ends up in almost every journal I ever make. I just love it so much. Okay, I bet I don't know how, I think this is the only ones, the one on this side and the other side of the page are the only two that ended up missing the glitter boat. Everything else, even this is one of the first things we made. Even this ended up getting a little bit of glitter. And I just clipped it right on there. Because I didn't want to cover it if I put it in a pocket. Not much of it was going to show. I just clipped it right up there. Do roses have anything to do with Christmas? Not really. But that's okay. It's my Christmas journal. I did it my way. Not so much Jingle Bells and Santa Claus. But more, you know, more of a color thing. And more of a Latin feel. I can use this as a little tiny little belly band right here. That's a Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah image. So that's a journaling card with a belly band on it. Isn't she cute? She came out of a children's book. And she's one of those, I made several of these. There's, I did a little mass make on these. So, it's just a floating pocket with a place for journaling. I want to make some stationery to go inside those. To stuff the pocket with, just for some extra place to journal during our December daily. I want to go with the prompts and everything. This one ended up being a pocket, big pocket. So cute. Does this guy say Christmas to you? No, but I just think he's interesting. He's an interesting fella, and he's going to live right there. And he's also one of those double tags that I turned into a pocket. So he needs some stationery. He will be the keeper of secrets, maybe. And this is a big pocket. Place to stuff extra Christmas cards or things. This is just a flip. So there's, you know, we left this page open to glue photos or whatever on. Okay, I'm going to tell you that when I put the glitter on, the day I glittered everything, my heart kind of sunk, and I wasn't that happy. But today, when I'm flipping through it, I'm feeling a lot better about it. I think that, you know, the glue was still a little bit cloudy when I was looking at it because it wasn't, you know, completely dry the way it is now. And my heart just kind of sank. I kind of almost felt like I ruined my journal, I'm not going to lie. But now I'm much happier with it. Much happier. This is one of my favorite pages. I bet with your radish, is it radish? Radish salad. Yep. Who would have known this was a recipe for radish salad? This was the first freebie that, when I came to the Casa Azul group, this was the first freebie that was published, that I used. I liked it very much, and I made this big card out of it, made a place to stuff fun stuff. This is the day that I learned that AMO meant love. AMO, I thought maybe that was just somebody's initials that were cross-stitched on there, or it was a cross-stitch pattern for someone's initials. But it means love. I love that it means love. And here's one of my little paper dangles that I make. Still have a belly band, still have room to put something Christmassy in there with those three little birds. Is there a Bob Marley song like that? I did end up, this is a secret, like a little secret envelope. I did end up, I had made this into a flip, but it was so heavy when I would turn the page that I ended up gluing it down and turning it into a pocket. I'm still a little overwhelmed by the amount of lace that's there compared to the rest of the journal, but I do still have some of this lace, and I want to make sure to lace the pages in both of the other two signatures too, with that same colored lace. It won't be doubled like this one, I don't think, unless I have enough. I don't know. I don't know. It's just big. I'll show you again when we close the journal how big that is. Okay, and the ukuleles, I just thought that was very Mexican to me. This is Sylvia. Sylvia's embroidered covers. It's her. And these girls, I just love them. I don't know why. That just has Mexican colors written all over it. To me, or Spanish, Mexican. This says Mexico on it. It says Mexico all over it. This is the recipe I made. This is my recipe for guacamole. And I made this little pocket, and I put, the patch, the avocado patch on there. I love some guacamole. And this is the freebie from Artie Mays. Guadalupe. I haven't put a pocket on the front and the back yet. I still have to do that, and I will. All right, so I'm pretty pleased. Even if July ended today, I would feel pretty happy with starting in this come December. Come December, I would be pretty happy to pull this out to use for December daily. So, I'm not feeling too bad about starting this other project today. Now I feel much better. Plus, I feel much better about... See the glitter? Oh my God. There's going to be glitter for days. For weeks. Ugh. For that reason alone, I might not ever do it again. Oh my word. Glitter, glitter. Everywhere. Okay, so here's what we have. And it's dry. So my recommendation is to always, if you want to pull multiple layers with one pull, the best thing to do is to start out with a ghost layer. This is the ghost layer because normally, when the stencil was on, okay, you would have used your, you would have used the paper and taken this up right away and just had the script on your paper. But I'm leaving that to dry. And then I want to put another layer. And now we can go, it doesn't matter if it's contrasting colors. You can go with a secondary color that's contrasting, that's, this is a cool color. I can go with a warm color. I can go with yellow or orange or red. I think I will, as a matter of fact, because they will pop. That will pop. Let's see. Okay, bright yellow. I've used this yellow quite a bit. This came from the Dollar Tree. But it's a little bit too translucent. I'd like to have something a little bit more opaque. And I think this apple barrel yellow will fit that bill a little better, I think. I hope. This is not a new bottle. I just never took the plastic off. I just opened up the whole lid, I think, and poured it out before. And now I want to use the little squirter. Okay. So we're still working with thin layers. And I have a brayer, but I haven't taken the brayer out. I'm just using my little mask spreader. And then we have two choices. We can either pull this up right away and just have the 2 layers, or if we want to do one more layer, we need to, you know, also use a stencil or, you know, or something here and some tissue paper to clean it up through the stencil and let it dry for another 10 minutes. But if we do that, I'm not going to put you guys through that. I would have to put the camera on pause and come back in 10 minutes when it's ready. Is that what we're going to do? We want to do 2 layers or 3? Okay, I think we're going to do 3. All right, what do we want to use? I don't really have anything else close by, I don't think. How about this? This is just something I use quite often, actually. It's, paints came in here. Some acrylic paints came, you know, the little small tubes, and they were in each one of these little crates. This is the one that's smashed a little bit, so it's not that good for this. I have 2. Where'd that other one go? It's behind me somewhere. I used it already today. Okay, I'm going to set the timer, let this dry for 10 minutes, and we will be back. Okay, and we're back. It's been about 15 minutes, and it still looks like there's a couple places where it could dry a little bit more. You might notice I use acetate underneath my Gelli Plate so I can pick it up and I can see a little bit about what's going on under there. Kind of cheating, but I like it like that. And that way I can move it around. Like if I'm here, I can just pick this up and move it out of my way while it dries. All right, so we used blue, which is a cool color. We used yellow. You know, yellow is the only color, well, there's only, no. Yellow is a color that can be a cool color or it can be a warm color. Okay, you mix yellow with red, you're going to get orange. You mix yellow with blue, you're going to get green. So it can be used for cool or warm colors. But we're going to, I think most people consider yellow a warm color, but it can also be used with cool colors, blended. All right, I think we're going to use orange. And again, I'm just using Apple Barrel Craft, little crafty paint. And now we want a thin layer. So the first 2 layers, if you're doing this, the first 2 layers are, they need to dry. The third layer is our pull layer. The layer we're going to use to pull everything off of the pad. And for that, we want a thin layer. And we're going to pull it as soon as it's all spread. As soon as it's, you know, spread the way we like it. We get a nice even layer that's not too thick. We're going to go ahead and pull right away. And hopefully, we're going to get all 3 layers pulled with this one pull. I'm going to get around these edges pretty good because there's little scab building up there. I don't mind, you know, leaving whatever little dirt, you know, little scab over is left on my Gelli Plate, I leave it there because I think it just gives it a little more character, a little bit more of, you know, its own personality. When you see those old colors from, you know, from different projects shine through. Okay, how does that look? Is that pretty thin? Maybe just take a little bit more off. Yeah. Yeah, you want this really nice and thin. And then we're going to put our paper on. And I'm just using regular copy paper. It is kind of a beigey color copy paper because that's what I have close by at hand. Okay, and when you first start rubbing, you'll feel that it's really cool and you're looking for it to warm up a little bit and to really, you know, for the paint to really adhere to the paper. So it takes a little caressing, and maybe a little bit more than, you know, you know, when you watch videos and everybody's pull comes out so perfect and they make it look so easy. It's not always that easy. So maybe it takes a little bit more rubbing and caressing and warming up the plate than they might lead you to believe. So just, especially around the edges, let's get the edges really nice. Really massage this paint into the paper. You can take a quick little peek. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it, but I can see that it's doing pretty good. And don't be surprised if a little bit of it gets, you know, left behind. That's just the nature of the game. Okay, are we ready for the big reveal? Let's see what we've got here. Alrighty then. Sorry for shaking your world. Okay, at least it's bright and vivid. I did not intend to be able to read the letters. They may even be backwards. I don't think that the stencil itself is even all that legible. So it's perfect. I think this is a successful pull. I feel like I could have let the yellow dry a little bit more, but that's okay. I would consider this successful. Okay. I think that is probably going to do it for me for today. This one, I plan to do this one, you know, something similar to this in another video. This one, I think, could really be made to look Mexican for the Mexican journal. You know, add some, you know, some stamping or the right kind of stenciling, you know, on these stripes. I think that could give a real Latin feel. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think that might be a good idea. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the sweet comments that you leave. And for being part of our little community here, our little girlfriend, you know, community of girlfriends. And our channel is growing. I think we're at over 50 now. I'm still, you know, I'm still waiting for us. I think hopefully by the time we hit our 100 videos, we'll have 100 subscribers. And then we can work a little harder on building, you know, the community and building our subscribers. But right now, I'm just worried about learning how to use YouTube and talk with no one in the room. And if you've ever tried that, if you haven't tried that, you don't know how hard it is to, to carry on a 40-minute conversation with no one else sitting in the room. Anyway, that's part of my journey. Everybody, thank you again for being here today, and I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you again real soon.